point, we can proceed on with guided sitting and guided meditation. So we continue with this loving kindness meditation. So we're going to probably explain a bit. Okay. So like mentioned yesterday, this loving kindness have one of the benefits is one can enter concentration easily. Yeah, one can enter concentration easily. So that's one of the benefits of loving kindness meditation. Yeah, and this Brahma Viharas, without insight, without vipassana, the sort of the potential of these Brahma Viharas can enter also the 4 jhanas. Yeah? So the loving kindness can enter the first, compassion enter the second, appreciative joy enter the third, and the equanimity enter the fourth. So that's the, we call it this Brahma Viharas without insight, without vipassana. And with insight, it can be different. So yesterday we talked about the different sort of jhana factors. So today, hopefully, we just do the Brahma Viharas without the vipassana first. So it may be a bit torturing without vipassana. So we do this Brahma Viharas without impermanence to let you know the more sequential step, and experiencing the different levels of peace, hopefully, provided you don't fall asleep or anything. Okay, so we are going to find a comfortable sitting position. Make sure you're comfortable, back upright, rest of the body relaxed. Get whatever cushion you need. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we have to base on this mindfulness of the body, the foundation. So we always use the 4 elements as the evidence. Okay. So we're going to feel the 4 element sensations throughout the whole body from head to toe. So whatever sensation appears, that is your real-time evidence, your personal evidence. Without this evidence, everything else is just conceptualized, concept and theory. So you want evidence. So always observe whatever sensation appears that is your own, something real, and then you wish it well and happy. Just quick reflection. The 4 elements are the earth, fire, wind, and water elements. Earth represents any hard, soft sensations. Fire is hot and cold. Wind, any kind of movement, and water, moist or dry. Basically, whatever observable phenomenon that appear, we just wish it well and happy. So no need to struggle, no fighting, no clinging. So try to hit the middle path. The more you wish, then we avoid these both extremes. So for this routine, or throughout this routine, there's no need to purposely visualize anything. No need to imagine, no need to visualize. We just use our own observable evidence, real-time evidence. Elements appear, we should well and happy. Elements appear, we should well and happy. So emphasis is on rowing the boat, keep generating right thought, right effort, right thought, right effort, right thought. And once you're mindful of the body, you get to be mindful of the feelings also. Any unpleasant, pleasant feeling, also just wish it well and happy. Do not react to them. We call this following the middle path. And if we do that, we get to be mindful of the mind, states of mind. Is the mind getting calmer or more agitated? And in between, right, we observe what kind of thoughts, what kind of reaction cause an agitated mind, and what kind of reflections, what kind of thoughts lead to a calm mind. So that's part of mindfulness of the Dhamma, Four Noble Truths. But the basis and foundation is still keep on wishing all these elements well and happy. If you find your mind relatively calm, so now we are going to cultivate an expanded loving kindness. So now this is the baseline level only. The mind restricted form of loving kindness, wishing all the elements within the confines of the body well and happy. So now the area of attention is not within the confines of the body. We are going to wish all beings in all directions well and happy, above, below, and all across. And we call this expanded mind, part of this citta nusati, mindfulness or mind state, knowing expanded mind as expanded mind. So there's no need to push the mind. We let it extend naturally by itself, but keep it wide open, relaxed, wide open. And most importantly, don't visualize. This is non-visualization. So we use the non-discriminative method again. So all beings are made of these four elements, these five aggregates. So whatever sensation appear in whatever area, inside the body, outside the body, near or far, then we wish all beings well and happy. So the whole idea is do not purposely direct the attention to one area. It can appear anywhere naturally. So the whole idea is as long as you detect something, then you wish it well and happy. Or rather, you change the phrasing, wish all beings well and happy. New sensation arise, may all beings be well and happy. New sensation arise, may all beings be well and happy. Okay, so we have few kind of scenarios. If let's say there's drowsiness or sleepiness, same strategy, avoid that sensation. You just observe the four elements. Any sensation, any elemental sensation appear, and we wish all beings well and happy. And we keep rowing the boat, do not stop, and we keep wishing all beings well and happy. So for those who cannot feel this emotion, or wishing all beings well and happy, then you can use alternative. You think of triple gems, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and you wish all beings be blessed by the triple gem. All beings, may they receive the blessings of the triple gem. But the foundation is you must detect the sensation first. Use the sensation as evidence. Sensation appear, may all beings be blessed by triple gem. Do not imagine, do not dramatize. If you, let's say, experience increment of this joy and happiness or peace compared to the restricted kind of loving kindness, and that will indicate the first level of concentration. And regardless of what you experience, keep on wishing all beings well and happy, or all beings blessed by triple gem. So take note of two things. First is your four elements evidence, observable sensation, no imagination. So that must be the foundation. Secondly is the label, intentional labeling with that observation. So no matter what happened, treat everything as byproduct. Everything as a passing scenery. Emphasis is on rowing the boat. Wish all beings well and happy. Or may all beings be blessed by triple gems. Okay, so you just need to observe this intensity of this joy and happiness. At this point of time may not be such significant because there's this additional factor of this initial and sustained thinking. These are the additional thought processes that obscure or block the emotion. Okay, then we switch to the second sublime state called this compassion. So for compassion, we wish all beings may they be free from suffering. And the same thing, we use the non-discriminative method. All beings, regardless of their situation, rich or poor, healthy or sick, as long as they cling to the five aggregates, they will suffer. So when we detect any sensation, we wish all beings free from suffering. So no imagination, just use sensation, four elements as foundation, as basis. When new sensation appear, may all beings be free from suffering. New sensation appear, may all beings be free from suffering. And if let's say the more you wish all beings free from suffering, if all the conditions fall in place, you keep on generating the right thought, right effort, keep repeating, then one will have this right concentration. So the compassion will lead to this second level of concentration, and it is also this joy and happiness. But this pleasant emotion is stronger than the first one, stronger than the loving kindness. Or joy and happiness is more distinct than the loving kindness. Because in the second jhana factors, there's no more initial and sustained thinking, background cluttering thought process. And regardless of what you experience, keep on wishing all beings free from suffering, and treat everything else as byproduct, passing scenery. Okay, so this is for compassion, the second sublime state, correlated with the second level of concentration. And now we are moving to the third sublime state, which is called appreciative joy. So for appreciative joy, we wish all, rejoice in the accomplishments of all beings. So all beings, whether they win or lose, in the process they will gain something, gain a new experience. So when we detect any sensation, we also can rejoice with all beings. So we use the non-discriminative approach. We don't just support one team and then jeer or boo the other team, right? You're the non-discriminative kind of appreciative joy. Then we use the 4 elements. Any sensation appear, rejoice with all beings. Any sensation appear, rejoice with all beings. And if let's say all the conditions are in place, you keep rejoicing with all beings, apply right thought, right effort, keep repeating, then one may experience this right concentration. So this appreciative joy can actually have this third level of concentration, and this time around it should be a different pleasant emotion. So the third level will have happiness and no joy. So whatever thing you experience, everything is just byproduct. And emphasize on rowing the boat, keep on rejoicing with all beings. Okay, and now we're going to switch to the fourth sublime state, which is equanimity. So for equanimity, we use the reflection of karma. So all beings, we reap what we sow. We are the owners of our actions, heir to our actions. So for this routine, no need to guess or speculate or imagine what we've done in the past. We just use the non-discriminative method, here and now evidence. Any sensation appear, if it's pleasant, then that's due to good karmas ripening. If it's an unpleasant sensation ripening, that's due to bad karmas ripening. And if a neutral sensation appear, then that's due to neutral karmas ripening. So in short, every sensation is conditioned by karma. So basically, like, you have no choice. Why you have to experience this unpleasant feeling? Or why you have to experience this pleasant feeling? All these are karmas ripening. So every moment karma, every moment karma. Okay, let's say your mind is more accepting of karma, all the conditions are falling in place, all the right thought, right effort, everything. Then the right concentration associated with equanimity will be the fourth level of concentration, which has this emotion of equanimity. So this time there's no more joy, no more happiness. It's a neutral and kind of refreshing kind of experience, or neutral and alert kind of sensation. So that is equanimity, the jhanic kind of equanimity. So regardless of what you experience, keep on rowing the boat, reflect on karma, even concentrated state of karma. Everything else is just byproduct. So keep rowing the boat, even though it might seem to be a peaceful or pleasant kind of experience. Do not just stay there. Once you park there, then the currents sort of push you back again. So every moment keep rowing the boat, karma, rowing the boat, karma. Okay, then we can slowly emerge from this meditation. You can gently open your eyes, but also continue to be mindful of these sublime states, sublime thoughts. Okay, 40 minutes of sitting, you can do a bit of stretching. Free your legs from suffering. Okay, so we're talking about the 7 factors of awakening. So the sequence, first factor is mindfulness. Yeah, you need to be mindful. Yeah, so be mindful of your loving kindness, mindful of breathing, mindful of whatever. And second, investigation of the Dhamma. That means we reflect on impermanence. Reflect on impermanence. So that's the second factor. And the third one, investigate means you observe. That means you need to observe the phenomena and reflect on impermanence. So like in our case, we are using the four elements as the evidence. So that is, you're investigating on this. And the third factor is effort or energy, virya. So you need to have apply consistent effort. It is not just think one time, okay, this is impermanent, then stop, then start to daydream again. So it doesn't work. So you need to have consistent effort, keep applying, repeating, impermanent, 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 impermanent. So this one is effort. So once you have these three in place, it will it will trigger the fourth one. So the fourth one is called piti, which is joy, or some call it Dhamma joy. So Dhamma joy will arise just out of investigation of impermanence, and this will trigger if there is detachment. You think of impermanence, then suddenly this joy appear. It's not like you fake out the joy come up. It's natural occurrence. I give an example. It's just like ancient cavemen, when they want to start a fire, and they take two sticks and they rub and rub and rub. So they keep rubbing until there's smoke and fire come out. So this smoke and fire is like this joy appear. So that's more like the result, the byproduct. So the initial cause is the rubbing. So the rubbing is your mindfulness, investigation and effort. So you need to keep on rubbing. So a lot of times people have a bit of spark, a bit of flame, then they stop rubbing. Then everything will be gone. It's like you all do barbecue before? You have a bit of flame, you continue fanning, right? You have to maintain the flame, continue fanning, keep on feeding the fuel, feed the charcoal or put the wood. So you need to keep on watching out for the causes and conditions to have the flame. So same thing, once you have the joy, the next factor, after the joy won't last long. The joy will after a while subside, and it will result in this thing called tranquility. So you get like a peaceful or calm down kind of state of mind called tranquility. And if you continue to be mindful, you keep on feeding the fire, then you have this thing called samadhi. So this is the third kind of samadhi, the samadhi of wisdom. So not relating to jhana. So for jhana, you need to enter the concentration first to experience the joy. Whereas this vipassana kind of samadhi is different. You experience the joy first before experience samadhi. So you need to have detachment, joy, and you have this samadhi. So it's a different state of mind. You get a stronger sense of calmness and stability. And this samadhi will eventually result in equanimity. Equanimity, which is balance, unshaken, not so easily shaken mind. So this is we call it the 7 factors of awakening. So a person experience this doesn't mean enlightenment yet. Not yet enlightenment. You need to keep on practicing this. This is actually the process against the stream. It's a symptom to show that you have made progress going against the current. That's the idea. Because all the while we move, if no effect, no joy, no nothing, no peace, that means we're still going with the direction of the current, of this stream of desire. That means there's no progress. So when we have experienced these symptoms, it shows that there's some progress. That means we are at least moving somewhere, moving against the stream. So that's just the symptoms only. But have we reached the end product, the end goal, the source of the stream? Not yet. So we need to carry on. This is just an indicator that you are on the right track. But once you start to relax only, let the mind autopilot, or let the mind right? Or you just cling on to any nice states, then gone case. Then the current will sweep you back again. So all these factors will be gone. Then you need to restart again. So you think of impermanence and not have all these things again. So basically, you can call this like a roller coaster ride, up and down, or tug of war. Tug of war. Every time you think of impermanence, it's like the Buddha side pulling the rope. Every time you have greed or hatred, it's like the Mara side pulling the rope. So that's the idea. Okay, so um, so in order to have culmination of these 7 factors, that means it's impermanence all the way, regardless of whatever happened. Keep on reflecting on impermanence, and hopefully you can reach the end goal. So that's the 2 kind of phenomena. So one is the jhanas. Jhanas is just to make the mind calm, but may not go against the stream. Basically, slow down the current only. Slow down the current. It's like building a dam. You build a dam, you slow down the current. So it doesn't need the stream seem to be like not moving. So you slow down the current. So once this is done, it's like easier to row against the stream. So once you have that, then you do the vipassana. So you have both mixture. Some people may not need to do this jhana. So I give an example. In the Buddha's time, this Venerable Ananda, he interviewed all the enlightened monks, all the arahants in his time, and asked them, how do you practice to gain enlightenment? So he interviewed a lot of monks, and he got 4 general answers, 4 categories. So the first group of monks, they do this samatha first, calming down the mind, followed by vipassana, then they reach enlightenment. So usually these are like the ascetics. They enter deep states of concentration, then they met the Buddha, then they learn some insight, then they got enlightened. So that's the first group of monks. So second group of monks is the other way around. They do vipassana first. They do vipassana all the way, then they enter samadhi, then they reach enlightenment. So probably this second group of monks, their samadhi is the vipassana kind of samadhi. So they basically do vipassana all the way. So vipassana, their mind have this equanimity or concentration born of insight. So no jhanas at all. So they have this concentration, insight, and they get enlightened. So this is the second group of monks. And the third group of monks is they combine, combine a bit like what we were doing yesterday. So every level of concentration, they also think of impermanence. So they combine both concentration, impermanence, and they reach this enlightenment. And the fourth group of monks is a unique case. So the fourth group of monks, they have certain doubt or certain question, they keep asking until they reach enlightenment. So a bit like the Zen tradition, they have the koan. Koan. So the Zen master will ask you, who are you? Or what is the sound of one hand clapping? What is the color of Saturday? Something that you have no answer, something to stun your mind. They keep asking and asking. So when you stun your mind, you're actually cutting off perception, cutting off this clinging and greed. So the mind is blank that time. They keep asking, they make the mind blank. They keep asking, make the mind blank. Then that's for the Zen. So I think we may have done it a bit yesterday when we asked the questions: are the hairs truly self? Is the hairs you? Are the nails you? A bit like that. So this is the questioning part until they reach enlightenment. So this is the 4 strategies, 4 kind of strategies. So basically there's no right or wrong path first. Depends on condition, depends on the situation. You want to do whatever practice or whatever feel you're lacking, you want to do something to improve that aspect, then you take that path. So that is up to individual to practice. Okay, so now it's 9:50. Do you have any questions? Any issues? Any problem? Yeah. Okay. Do you do stretching before your meditation? Have I got to do stretching? Okay. Yeah, so if you hurt your back, you can sit on chair, never mind. Sit on chair or lean on the wall. Stand also can. You can do standing, no problem. Yeah, no problem. You can do standing and other pose, no problem. In the Buddha's time, he allowed one monk to do lying down meditation. When the rest of the monks sitting, he allowed one monk to do lying down meditation. But his one is not because of injury, because he's, I think, past don't know how many 100 lifetime was a cow or something. so he's used to like lying down. So the Buddha allowed him to lie down and meditate. So unique case. So if you see for yourself, let's say sitting is a lot of hindrance, you cannot focus. No matter what kind of reflection you do, no samatha vipassana, still cannot focus, then you stand on, never mind. Change position, it's okay. Yeah. Any other question? Okay, if there's no, yeah. Focus on the pain, okay. Yeah, correct. Then you need to be mindful of the impermanence of the pain. So again, intentional labeling. You must observe impermanence. So one way you can do impermanence all the way. That's one way. Or you can do the samatha first. You wish it well and happy. So it's to slow down the stream of aversion. Yeah. So once you wish it well and happy, then you think of impermanence. Also can. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, if there's no issues, then we leave you time for self-practice. Yeah.